What's going on, people? Alright, jumped on Warframe real quick, and I'm going to show you guys everything you need to know to get strong from the beginning to end. So we're going to start off with the first phase when you start off, alright? So you pick a character. I will suggest Vault or Excalibur, alright, to start off with. Now, before you do anything, PlayStation has the packs that you can get some free platinum. But before all that, the best way is if you got a buddy to take you everywhere, that's the fastest way. But if not, if you're just starting, you ain't got no friends on it, I'm going to give you the rundown. Now, I will suggest to get the $10 or $20 pack of platinum to start off with, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Just don't worry. I'm going to leave my old videos in the description for more detailed stuff. This is pretty much a rundown from beginning to end on what you got to do, alright? So, before you do anything, when you start off, just do a couple of the first campaign missions, and once you're free, what you want to do is you want to travel to Mars, and then you want to get to Ceres, alright? Because the whole thing is you want to start building stuff in your foundry as much as you can. So the community's big, you're going to have people there, so don't worry about it. So like I said, right off the bat, you know, do your little first campaign stuff, and then work your way to Ceres. Now, once you get to Ceres, you're going to want to do Semini. And just leave it on public. All you want to do is 3 rounds and back out. And if you got a double credit booster, you're going to get 50,000 every 3 rounds. Alright? So try to build up at least 1-2 mil before moving on. Then once you got that, this is what you want to do. Here's the thing. So go to weapons. Well, you get the booster. If you got the platinum, get the 30-day one. Trust me, just get the 30-day ones. That's the best pack. But if you ain't got that, try to get the 7-day one, alright? Then, once you got a few million, you want to start building and buying weapons with credit. So, buy the blueprints, try to make 1 of each kind each day, because you don't want to be waiting the next day. So, make one assault rifle, 1 pistol, 1 melee, alright? And if you got a little bit, buy some more inventory space. So, buy some Warframe slots and buy some weapon slots, alright? Don't worry. Later on, you're gonna get an ROI. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get platinum back. So don't worry about it. This is an investment. All right. So if you got a boy, he's gonna hook you up with like Rhino Prime or a Prime set that he has, so you get strong right off the bat. So also with the credits, buy some companions, stuff like that. All right. So now phase 2. Once you got some of that under your belt, you got some MR up. It's already been a few days or a week. You want to continue on the campaigns now. Alright, so you want to start doing the Old War, the Kubro, you know, the Dreams. Start the other ones now, because you want to get a companion under your belt, so you could have what's that? Fetch. You know, Fetch will get all the resources for you, so you could just run by and it collects everything. All right, and same thing. What if you got the Sentinel? So once again, I would say buy the Kubro starter pack. You know what I mean? Because getting the egg and the incubator is a pain in the ass. You're going to be waiting longer. So, like I said, if you got some platinum, get the starter pack. All right? Trust me. You want to knock that out the way so you can get the fetch. All right? Now, if you got a homeboy or friend or somebody on the clan that hook you up, that's even better. But if not, this is for the people who ain't got nobody. All right? So then you want to start going back and start farming the Warframe sets on the planets you just passed. So another one is Nyx. Right here, you do the incursions, and you want to fight the. There you go. That's what you want to do. You want to do the invasion and assassination until you get Nyx. You gotta get all 3 parts, and then you buy his blueprint at the store. So already that's 6,000 XP once you rank him up. Now don't delete none of his characters, because you're gonna sacrifice all these characters, all right? And this is how you're gonna get strong quick. The whole key to this game is multitask. You know, don't just do one thing at a time. So you want to start stacking up stuff. So once again, you're still buying blueprints. You're trying to craft them. You're getting warframes, and you're doing your challenges. You're unlocking new junctions to go to new planets. They're gonna give you blueprints. You're not farming materials yet. The only time you're going to start getting the materials is when you want to start building something, but you're not going to do the long farm. You're just going to get enough to get it going, and then you go back to what you're doing. Now, you're going to do Fortuna later. But just to show you, you can still do assassinations. Get the whole frame. Trust me, believe me, this is better. Do it now, so later on, you don't have to grind as much. All right. So you're gonna start needing mods. Start doing these nightmares. These nightmares give you mods. All right. Then do every single all the ones you can. You know, all the survivals, the captures, the exterminate. Don't do the disruptions. If you could do the assassinations, try to get into them because you're still gonna get a part. All right. So don't worry about fashion right now. What you're trying to get is higher MR so you can unlock better weapons and have more space. So because you're gonna sacrifice your character. So also, what I'll suggest if get Rhino Prime. He already comes with a lot of abilities that all the characters put on their mods for. So he gets the Rhino skin, you got armor, you know, you got a buff, you got everything. He's not easy to take down. So once you got that going, you want to start getting him Rhino Prime. If you don't like Rhino Prime, I understand. If you want to get another character, just you need to start getting one character super strong. All right, then join a clan, create one, and then you want to go to the dojo, right? And you want to get the dragon keys out the way. Since you got credit, get the dragon keys out the way, and this is for mods. And another reason why, like I said, to get Rhino Prime is when you have all 4 of the dragon keys on, hobble slows you down. When you pop the Rhino skin, it bypasses it, so you're not going to be slowed down. Yeah, you're still going to have the nerf from the health and the damage and stuff, but you're going to be so strong anyways that you're going to be able to do it anyway. So buy these blueprints, get it out the way, just have it in your foundry. So when you're ready for them, you can just start making them and start doing them. You're not going to be able to do it right now because you're not cracking relics right now. Like I said, you're just at the beginning of the game. It's just to have everything ready. Now, continuing on, once you got Rhino Prime or a Prime Frame, you want to get a reactor and get a catalyst, which you buy them at the store. Don't worry about the battle pass right now because you got to unlock them. Alright, so just to show you, just have them on standby. Now continue on with the campaign. By this time it's already been like a week or so, and you got a little bit of, you know, it should be like MR5, MR6. Start trying to find some of these mods. If you don't know where these mods at, there they are. You know, the codex will tell you where to find them. Now don't worry about the primes. You get the prime ones later when you start popping relics, but we're not there yet. This is still just trying to buff you up so you don't die and you're able to complete the missions and get a higher MR so you can get better weapons, because that's the whole key. Once you get to MR16, you could equip anything. So the whole thing is to try to get to MR16 fast, and you're also going to get all this shitty ass equipment out the way already ranked up. Alright, so you also want to get the cipher keys, which in the dojo, in one of the labs, you can buy 100 cipher keys just to make the hack easier. So like I said, you come here, you get reactors, you get the gear, you get the boosters, get what you need for now. All right, because we're not farming resources yet. We're still trying to get you up. And the Forma bundle is a better pack if you need to start making your one character strong. So you buy one Forma pack, that's 3. So you could form them 3 times. That should be more than enough at the beginning because you're not going to have all max mods, but that should be enough to get your health, your armor, and your aura strong. Alright? So now, there it is. Get a reactor, get a catalyst. So if you got a friend, they should be able to give you a Boar Prime or a Bolter Prime to start off with, or, you know, a good weapon. So you put the catalyst on that, so you got one strong weapon and you got one strong character. Everything else you just want to put to 30 and put it on the side. Do not form them because you're going to donate them and you'll see. So another thing is you want to start doing the evasion so you can start getting the materials for the dojo. So the detonating injectors, the mutagen mass, and the field rounds. So you can start collecting them since they're pretty easy. You just got to do three times, and sometimes you'll probably get the one that gives you the gust. I call them the 3 Gs, the Gusto brothers. You know, it's kind of like the stalker. They come stalking and you're able to get parts and mods from them too. So go to the dojo, and here, once you got some more money and you got a little bit of materials, you want to come down and start making these characters. Make Wukong, make Vault if you ain't got them, make Banshee. Try to start working on your Arcwing stuff if you can, because you're not doing Earth, the Earth Eidolon and stuff like that yet. But just to have it ready, just buy the blueprints, put it there. This is where you get the cipher keys at too. If you're able to make some weapons, but I don't think you should make them right now because they take formas, so you're not farming formas yet. But just to show you, some of the guns you need. So, and you got to be a little higher rank. So that's why I put this on phase 2, because by this time you should be 7, 8, 9, maybe 10, if you're farming for a while. All right. Yeah, I'm tired, man. I'm trying to put this thing together. So, right now you're on phase 3. You should be a little buff right now. So go to Fortuna. Right. Start doing the what is this place? I forgot the name of it. Diamos. Start doing Diamos too. You need to start doing Fortuna on Venus and Diamos. All right. Start doing those bounties. For Diamos, you really only got to get to rank 3, and what you got to do is you're gonna go to the sun, right? And you're gonna get what I call the chair. This is where you're gonna start donating the helmet. The helmet. That's what you want. You want the helmet. So once you get to rank 3, get the materials, buy that key. You're gonna install that, man. And this is how you're gonna get real strong. So all the regular frames, you're gonna start donating them to that chair when it's done, and you're gonna start getting your Warframe slots back. And then this time, the regular Warframe that you donated, you get the Prime version in that slot that you have, or you can get a new non-Prime Warframe. All right, but this is where you could change their abilities. So after you get super strong, you just have fun and just start putting different ones. See, so you gotta sacrifice it. Trust me, this shit hurt before it came out. We had there was only maybe 8 primes, and we had a whole bunch of regulars. So when we had to donate our best frame that was not prime, it hurt. So you guys are lucky right now. You ain't got to go through that pain. But you see, you donate those non-prime characters, you get their ability, and I could put any of these right now on Rhino, on any slot. So you know what I mean? So that's another way to get kind of buffed right now too. You know what I mean? So that's another OP step. So believe me, you want to start doing that. Then you want to also try to start making the Railjack. Yeah, you want to start working on the Railjack. Just type it in search, Railjack. Like I said, I'm going to put more stuff in the description that gives you more details. But there's going to be this red cube, like a red I forgot the name right now because it's been so long. But it's going to have this red syphilis Amaris, one of those AI ones. You want to buy that one. And then you're going to start doing those quests to get the parts. It's going to take a little bit of time, but believe me, you want to get this thing, because this is where you're gonna start farming for some good stuff. This is when it starts getting good, guys. So go back, do some campaigns, do the Diarmos, do the Fortuna bounty, start getting that stuff going. Do the sacrifice, do the old war, do the new war. Start knocking down these campaigns, because you won't be able to do the newer campaigns when they drop, because you haven't done the old ones yet. So you want to start knocking these out. So you're gonna start doing the Call of the Tempest once the Railjack is done, and the other one that gives you the Railjack missions. So you see, once you start getting some mods, you can start doing sorry, excuse me. So you can start putting this stuff together and upgrade your mods. Alright, we got the Fortuna. Oh, and when there's a double credit booster going on, since you got that one character pretty strong, you gotta get to rank 5 on the regular campaign. Then you're able to go to the back to Little Duck. I think her name is Little Duck. Yeah, and Everybody does it when it's double credit. This is where you're gonna start farming a lot of credits. You're gonna be getting like almost half a mil every time, and it's only gonna take like 5 minutes. So you do the after you get to rank 5 with the Fortuna, you come back here. You do each one. The fourth one is when you start fighting the boss. Don't worry, have it on public. Everybody does it. Make sure you got a good gun, good frame. They'll carry you. Don't worry, because they want the money too. Beat, bada bing, bada boom. You're also gonna need the Arcwing gun, so you got to start working on that too. But they'll walk you through it, so they're gonna give you the process of getting it. So you do that, you get the farm, you sit there for about an hour. You're gonna have like 10 mil, bro. Trust me. This whole game is about credit and the foundry. But you're still making stuff in the foundry, so you don't have to wait for stuff. You want stuff waiting on you to claim in the foundry. So keep making weapons, keep farming warframes, through the planets. Just keep doing all the nodes, get all the parts, do the story mission, get all the parts too. So then you want to start doing the Silver Grove. This is where you start getting armor mods. All right. Once you get to the Silver Grove, you want to start making these, and then this is when you want to start buying the scanner. You want to scan these plants, so you can make these potions. And then when you go into Earth, you're gonna have to find this little tunnel, and there's gonna be like a little cave. Don't worry, the campaign was gonna run you through it. So when you do it on your own, you can just have to go into like capture, exterminate, and then you're gonna hear say it, and then boom, you just kill it. There's a chance of getting armor mods, which, like I said, if you ain't got a buddy to hook you up with it, you're gonna have to do it. You know what I mean? Like, so if you got a buddy who gives you the mods, all you gotta do is finish the campaign, keep going, keep going, keep going. You know what I mean? But if you don't, and you don't want to buy them, you're gonna have to farm for it. So I'm just trying to show you and tell you. So once you get to my level, guys, this is why I don't get on it every day, because I'm super OP. When the new campaign comes out, I'll be done in 2-3 days, and I'm done. But I'm trying to show you guys how to get to my level pretty quickly. All right. So come here. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Just go to the Earth one. If you didn't unlock the others, go to the Earth, and you want to go to Syphilis Amaris. Bam. You're gonna start scanning enemies that he's gonna give you, so you start getting Syphilis Amaris points to get mods. And come on, man, where the hell? I'm trying to talk to you, bro. Where's it at? All right, there we go. I just skipped it because they before you just stand on that middle platform, but now they backed it up. So you come here and you gotta start ranking up, and then you also gotta get the matrix to get your scanner faster, and you gotta get the traps. So if you accidentally delete a character part or something, or sold it by accident, you can get it here. Or if you deleted the character and sold it and you need to get it, you could just buy the whole set here again. So, and here's some weapons and stuff like that. But mostly this is where you buy the scanners and the traps, and some mods for your sentinels. All right, bada bing, bada boom. Just to show you, you want to start adding this to the rotation too. So you're getting XP, you're getting credits, you're doing your bounties, you're doing scans. All right. So now you're adding more stuff to what you're doing. Eventually, once you finish something else, you can start it. So don't try to do everything at once. Just start like 4 or 5 things. Complete 1 or 2. Once you complete 1 or 2, then you want to start doing something else. Because once you start doing a little bit of everything, you're never gonna fucking finish. You want to finish what you start first, so you get it out the way. All right. So once you get the Railjack, should be done. You've done those 2 quests, the Call of the Tempest and stuff like that. So you want to start doing the Railjacks. You need to start getting your Railjack ready. You want to get a strong Railjack. All right. So you could go in, and this is another great credit farm and resource farm. And you also, if you got relics, you want to pop relics. There's gonna be an infected. You're gonna see this white little symbol before you go to the ship and do the little task that they want you to. All right. And then you want to go in there. You're gonna hack a computer and you're gonna leave. You're also gonna be able to get weapons and a sentinel. All right. So for Endo, this is the best place for Endo. That's pretty quick. Look, I just got 1,800, and all I did was like three 4 missions. They drop parts that those duplicate parts that you don't have no more. You could just sell them right there, right here at this computer, and you get Endo, and that's how you rank up your mods pretty quick. The Railjack intrinsics. This is you got to rank up 1 to 7, so you can get higher planets. This when you start doing Railjack, you want a double XP booster and a double credit booster, because you will make some credits here. All right, not a lot, but you will make credits. But you do make XP here too, so you gotta rank up. You can rank up your Railjack, you can rank up your Warframe here too pretty quickly. And if you got one more person, you're gonna get the bonus XP for being with somebody. All right, and then you can start making your crewmates. But you also want to do the intrinsics. You want to start farming this stuff too, because it's going to give you more Arcwing, more mech power, more speed on your Arcwing. The recharge is faster. So here's the build. I would suggest get Seeker Volley. Seeker Volley, just how it sounds. And you get the Ordnance mod too. And what it does is it seeks out the enemy planes. So if you're doing Grenier, just one time it's going to send out like 10 rockets, and it's going to heat sink to them, and you're going to insta kill them. So the higher rank you got those mods, if you're maxed out, you could do all the planets easy, no problem. All right, so farm your Railjack, get your intrinsics, get strong. That's another OP step right there. All right, so besides you're sacrificing your characters, you're gonna sacrifice. You're gonna be getting intrinsics. Now, phase 4. This is pretty much phase 4 and on. All right, this is where you want to start finishing up. You want to start farming relics. So here you just want to do the exterminate. You want to do the captures, and you're gonna get relics. It varies. It'll be Lith, Meso, Neo. Once in a while, you might get an Axie. If the best place right now for Meso and Neo is here. Is on Jupiter. You do that defense and just stay there, and you're also going to get resources there. So at this time, this is when you want to start farming resources, and believe me, just stay there all for like just stay there the whole week, bro. Farm it the whole week. Same thing for here. If you want Neos and Axies, do the defense there. Farm it all week, bro. Just stack up on this stuff, bro. Trust me, just stack up on relics. For Axies, you could do the defense on Eries and disruption, not deflection. Deflection sucks. You want disruption. If you kill them and you kill all, and you pass all 4, you're gonna get a guaranteed Axie. Or you could do interception on Pluto or on Eries. You're guaranteed Axies. At least on rotation 3 and 4, there's a chance of getting Axies on both, but guaranteed you're gonna get one. If you don't get no Axies within round 3 or 4, back out, restart. So you can't, because if you do get a relic, they're gonna continue giving you relics. But if you don't get a relics, there's a chance of the next set of rounds you're not gonna get. So, and then you also want to do, wow, what's that one again? It's the disruption, interception. Damn, I can't remember the name right now. It's the one you gotta. Oh my god, you get cryo tech out of it. I can't remember the name right now. Sorry, it's been a long time. You get cryo tech. You want to do those two on a high rank planet. You got a chance of getting Axies there, but you need cryo tech for weapons also. So like I said, multitask. So you get the relics, and you get materials that you need. Resources and cryo tech. That's when you start finishing other campaigns. You start doing other missions. Start cracking relics so you can start getting Endo, and then also you want to start farming for Kuva weapons. Yes sir, now you're ready for Kuva weapons, because by now you should be like MR 12, 13, 14, 15. You want to start doing the War Within. Hopefully you already did that, so you're ready to start getting, you got the sacrifice done, you got the Umbra mods, so you're pretty buffed up on your prime. All right. So remember, you're still making blueprints, primary, secondary, melee, companions, Warframes. You're still building all this. You're doing the scans, and then by now you should have a lot of stuff unlocked because you finished a lot of campaigns. And so this is when you start doing your battle pass, Nora's mix, so you can start getting the free stuff. So You want to start getting Kuva weapons. Kuva weapons are gonna. It's the first step of being pretty strong before you get to incarnate. Now, like I said, if you got a buddy, they could take you straight to incarnate already. But if you don't, you got to start step by step. Plus, you're gonna get the XP for it. So you're gonna get the MR. So what I'll suggest for primary is start off with the Toncore or the Hind. All right, start off with the Toncore or Hind, and then you can start getting the other mods, some other mods. I forgot the name right now. Rivens, yeah, Riven mods. You can get Riven mods. You can start cracking them now if you got them. You know what I mean? So you can start getting it for the Kuva weapons. One of the best places right there is Saturn Capture. That's easy. Your map's gonna flicker. Like I said, I'm gonna have it in the description for a better detail so you can know what to do. This is pretty much still like a rundown. So by this time, it's already been like 2 months, maybe 3 months, depending if you gotta work or how much time you got in. But you should be pretty strong by this time, man. You know what I mean? And you should have a whole bunch of stuff ready. So, all right, now you want to focus. You want to start getting focused now. Now this is the time that you got a couple Warframes and you got to start doing the Eidolon hunt because you need the Eidolon shards. I think you can buy them now, but still, the free way is have a double resource drop, booster, and do the Eidolon hunts when they come out, so you can get 2 each time when you complete them, because you're gonna need Eidolon shards to get these perks. And I'm gonna show you where's the best place to max these out pretty quick. I mean, real fast. You're gonna max out your daily standings for this. I even forgot they added more new ones on the update. You can see I just upgraded a few more. But I'm so OP, I'm not even worrying about it, man. But I'll probably get it done, in the next 3 days when the DLC drops. So what you want to start doing is the Deviri. So start that campaign, do the Deviri experience, do that. You also want to start Zariman. So start doing the Zariman so you can start getting the beginning some other arcanes, the amp reactors. You're gonna start getting a whole bunch of stuff at Zariman, so you want to start doing that too. The Zariman, and then also the survival on Lua. You want to start getting those. It's still the other vendor at the Zariman, which you're gonna see here in a moment. So you can start getting arcanes, which these arcanes are also the next step OP, and they're really good. I like these better than a lot of the new ones. You know what I mean? And they're easy to obtain. You don't need Steel Path. So get that, start that, and then by this time you're already doing endgame stuff. You can start doing 1999. You should be fine. Don't worry about it. 1999 gives you a lot of XP, so if you're ranking up characters, you could take them there. They give you a lot of XP if you do the challenges on the calendars, which you'll see. And there's arcanes there, and that's where you get the Coda weapons too. And like I said in the description, I'll show you how to do that too. So, alright guys, that should be it. That should be the rundown. By this time, it's already been like 3 months, 4 months. You should be super strong. You should be MR16. You got a whole bunch of stuff. You know where to farm the stuff. You know where to get the credits now. You know what arcanes to farm. Finish the campaign so you can be ready for the new one that's coming out. Alright, so you can be on my level and just chill and play other games, and when the DLC drops, all you gotta do is play for 2-3 days, bomb, farm, do some battle pass stuff, and they roll over. So if you missed a week or 2 or 3 and then you come back and you do those challenges, the last weeks are gonna pop up again. So you could do 3 weeks. Like that's what I do. So like I'll stack like 3-4 weeks, like a whole month, and then I'll do it all in like in an hour and a half, and I'm already back up to like almost done with the pass. All right, take it easy, guys. Stay on the grind. To the next time. Sooner or later, I will buy a better PC and I will buy a better program to make these videos look nicer like back in the days. To the next time, guys. Peace.
Admire all you like, but even if you die, I got dibs on your stuff. As ready as you will ever be. Stand by while I analyze the intelligence profiles of the Grineer. Error, not a number. Did the operator enjoy this witticism?
Please select destination.
The system continues to fall into chaos. Check navigation for active invasions.
Shall we? And we're out.
This is the future. Power, precision, prestige. The pinnacle of the warsmiths.
Operator? Ordis wonders, what are you thinking about?
Good fortune, Tenno.
You have come to collect honors earned through arbitration?
Please select destination. Plotting route.
Shall we cause a spot of mischief? It was lovely catching up.
Otis went mad for 3 milliseconds when he realized that each time he cleans something, he makes something else dirty. Ah! There I go again.
What can we do to help your journey? Perhaps these will show you the path.
It's that time again, dreamer.